Live on Stream It Sports NoCo, it's Northern Colorado High School football. This broadcast is brought to you by Jim's Wings, Northern Colorado's favorite wings since 1991. By Pedersen Toyota in Fort Collins, everything cars made easy. And by First Bank. Visit any of our convenient locations in Northern Colorado. First Bank, banking for good. And now for the play-by-play, here's David Haase and Randy McCoy.
Welcome to District 6 Stadium. Tonight, live on Stream It Sports NoCo and ASBN TV. It's Greeley West Spartans hosting the Broomfield Eagles in Northern Conference action. Boys varsity football. Hello, everybody. I'm David Haase along with Randy McCoy and Max Fink tonight on our tech and camera. And a beautiful night for a game here, Randy. It's a crystal clear Friday night under the lights.
Yeah, we've had some great weather. Even the cold nights have been pretty, but we've got two teams here with identical records, 6-1, and this is a huge game in the makeup of what 4A is going to look like here. We've got number 4, number 5 in the rankings, but in the RPI they're switched around, as I overheard the public address announcer say. So,
well, this is a separation game. You know, it's one of those games where mid through you've kind of got an idea what you are. Your identities are established. Both these teams, as you say, 6-1. Greeley West undefeated in Colorado. They lost a game in Florida before the season started, and the only game that Broomfield lost is number 1 ranked Loveland, who we've seen a couple times. We know that's a pretty stout one. So this will separate the for first place in the Northern Conference. Both are 2-0. And as you look at those seedings that come around to the state, this is where your RPI and everything starts to really stack up.
It does. And last time we saw these Eagles, they were coming in very excited about playing Loveland, and then they walked away. So we'll be back after these messages.
Pay your friends back before they pay you back. Zelle on the First Bank app. First Bank, banking for good.
Did you hear that?
Hear what? Oh, come on! Toyota RAV4 Adventure Grade with available blind spot monitor.
Right now, get 0% APR financing for 60 months on a new 2018 RAV4, or get $3,000 cash back on a new RAV4.
There comes a time in every athlete's life when their participation in sports is coming to an end, and so officiating is a way to stay involved.
The day I started officiating is just as fun as now.
When I'm officiating, making decisions, a decision that's instantaneous, for me there's no greater feeling.
I became an official because I wanted to give back.
Get off the couch and get into the game.
Become an official.
You're watching high school sports on Stream It Sports NoCo.
So we're back here, and great job by the Greeley West Marching Band. We're here with Randy McCoy, David Haase. And David, we see the captains going out.
Captains all rolling out there on both sides. We see on the far side for the Broomfield Eagles, number 1, Finnegan, number 14, Kapushian, Kroll, number 18, starting quarterback, and along with number 42, Zur, out there for the Spartans. You see the linchpin, big number 78, Garrett Beckman. We've seen him last time against Monarch, and he's the road grader, isn't he?
Yeah, he's he can clear a few people out.
Well, he's definitely a Saturday player, and we're going to hear more about that as the year goes on. And just to let people know, we're going to be here in a couple weeks. The other captains, Derek West, number 1, number 4, Jared Clark, and number 54 is Andre Brown.
Actually going to be here in a week.
Yeah, back out here pretty quickly. Yeah, we got Windsor and Greeley West, a great rivalry up here. But, boy, tonight this one is setting the table for who's going to take home the hardware in the Northern League.
Well, you have rivalries, and then you have games of
intense
utmost importance. Yeah, utmost importance, and this would be one of those.
Well, Broomfield, long time 4A contender for the state title. Won it a few years back. We got to do one of their quarterfinal games, and Greeley West really on the rise these last couple of years here, giving them a chance to make that statement tonight. Coin has been flipped, and I didn't get the names of our refereeing crew. I recognize a few of the guys out there. Broomfield's got a few across the way turning in. For those of you who couldn't make it, thanks for tuning in to Stream It Sports at ASBN TV. So you see them turning around. Greeley West is saying that they're going to take the ball. And winning the toss, say we want it. Broomfield will kick and defend that north end zone. Right now, hardly a breeze in the air, so no real advantage picking the side or end zone you're going to defend, is there?
No, and it's gonna land here about 50 degrees, 48 degrees, I believe. By the time we get in the middle of this, Broomfield, kind of trying to figure out who they are. We've had them a few times. We had them our last game last year as they put a whooping on Windsor.
Yeah.
In the playoffs, and then we had them our first game this year, and it was like a different team. Loveland, which Loveland's been beating a lot of people, but I don't think anybody expected Loveland to come out and score all 7 possessions and beat them 47-0.
Yeah, that was a clinic that time, and one of those games where Broomfield said, "Okay, we were a short week," and that sometimes you just need that wake-up call. Like I say, this Spartan team from Greeley West went on a journey. They played a team from, I believe, the Coconut Grove area down in Florida on a meeting out kind of games in the region, and kids had a great experience, ran into a really tough local bunch, and that's the only loss in the season. So as we say, we're undefeated in Colorado.
Well, they were very impressive the first time we saw them against Monarch. They was able to hold on to the ball. So anyway, folks, here in Colorado, we play 4 12-minute quarters. We've got Broomfield Eagles. We've got the Greeley West Spartans. Here is my partner, Mr. David Haase.
Ike, number 3, back to kick off. Deep for the Spartans are Ramirez and West.
That is to kick off.
Get used to that name, West.
Yeah, busy night for him. Ramirez catches it at the 5, breaks up the middle, spins around, out around the 25. So a pretty good return starting spot out for the Spartans as they move their way out onto the field. And, we got to look for an offense there tonight they want to hold on to the ball. The guys up front, 54, Andre Brown, Alonzo Gonzalez, 59, 75, Berretza, and Garcia, 77, Beckman, we said 78. They have got to do the work tonight and keep Broomfield offense over on the sideline.
Greeley West, very similar to Loveland, and they got a whole bunch of seniors starting.
Yeah, well, and that is the way that works. High snap, given the fake on the end around. Sideways, West cuts wrong. Still so hard to bring down. He has that great sidestep when he hits contact, Randy. Gain of 13 on the first carry.
5'8", 171-pound senior. And he's one of those guys, who he'll remind you of is the young man over in Loveland.
Winemaster.
Yeah. Running back and safety. And
you can't get him off the field. As far as the coach knows, he never gets tired. 1st and 10, Spartans out their own 38-yard line. Motion, Twins here on the sideline. Gives it on Starks on the run around. Just trying to use that speed. Little juke, gets to the corner. And a nice tackle down there, maybe just short of the yard to gain, but a pretty good open field tackle by the secondary from the Eagles. That'd be number 42, Zur, the captain.
And they've got such a tremendous change of pace with Starks and West, don't they?
Well, and Starks that slasher. He's that one. He's going to take another 2 or 3 steps to try to run away from you, and he could leave you behind. They both have touchdown runs this year of over 80 yards. Second and short, spin. Clark turns upfield. I don't know if that was a broken play or not.
And then here's Mr. Clark.
Yeah.
So
third leading rusher all the backfield at the same time there. But you look at the way these guys progress. Starks with right at 480 yards. Excuse me, Clark with 240 yards rushing. Starks 486, 651 with West. So a combined rushing attack. The season's just barely half over, but they've got 1,300 yards on the ground. That's a great year of running the football.
Coach's best friend, isn't it?
Yep. Run that clock. Under center, 2 in the backfield, strong left side. Inside give on the counter to Starks.
Starks comes in. He's 5'11", 195 pounds compared to West, who's 5'8", 171. And then Clark, the quarterback, 6'2", 165. So,
well, and we're seeing 2 of the better teams, obviously top 5 teams in 4A. So the athletes are, they start showing, especially after 6-7 games. You're not really hiding anybody
anymore.
You are
who you are, aren't
exactly.
you?
That's your statement for this. Fits on every sport. Pistol formation, West in motion. Fake the give to West. Clark up the middle. Our first flag of the game comes from the near side judge.
Illegal formation on the offense.
What was that?
I'm not sure how they got the illegal formation. It wasn't a pass play, so nobody was covered up. So they must not have.
But he's on a microphone.
Yeah, that is the tech that we don't get to see very often. Nice going, District 6. They're one of the few places in northern Colorado that gets that done. 3rd and 9, though. Clark back to throw. No pressure, man open. Kindly airmailed it. Had a guy in his face a little bit there. That was big old number 58 coming straight up field. I think it just made him raise the aim a little bit.
And that's going to be the key for Broomfield, is they've got to put him in that third and long, because that's not what Greeley West wants to do.
No, and not many teams, that unless you throw it around all over the place, these are 2 teams that don't want to have to be 3rd and long anytime. Capasso with the pressure. Good snap, just easy pooch kick, trying to keep it between the hashes and down around the 20. Takes a bounce. That might have hit one of the Broomfield players. He was engaged blocking one of the gunners for the Spartans. And just an alert play there by number 27 for the Eagles, Randy, because Juarez, if he didn't get on that ball, I think that would have been a live ball. So after a couple of first downs, penalty kind of killed the drive. The ensuing punt gives the Eagles the ball, 1st and 10 at their own 21. I'd love to tell you a lot more about the Eagles folks' stats. I won't be able to have any. They're not on Max Preps. I will give you their lineup as we go along. Kroll, number 18, though. Big fella back there, lefty. Watch him warm us. Very strong arm. Pistol formation. And they got a jump on first, so it'll be a short 1st and 5 coming up after the penalty. Greeley will have a bit of a size advantage here tonight. So the encroachment call moves it out to the 26. So Broomfield in a very familiar 2 tight end, 2 wing back, single running back. Roll back to throw. Airing it out first time. Quarterback turns and looks. Almost picked off. Nice job out there in coverage. Ball was underthrown. He's trying to hit his wide out down there. That was number 2, Swenson. 2nd and 5, that's not a bad thing to give a shot to.
No, Kroll got a big arm.
Well, he's throwing from the thing of it is he throw from the right hash and over, past the 50-yard line. It's about a 45-yard toss, and he just underthrew it by a couple yards. Roll out, toss left. Really trying to get upfield, get containment, and they do. No gain on the play. Great job of just staying with it. Just the old student body left, trying to get leverage on the outside. A nice job of containment by the Spartan defense. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Kroll's 6'3", 185, so he's big enough to be a quarterback.
Single split this way, motion halfway into the formation. Broomfield will do that a lot. You see a lot of start and stop. Brilliant night here, clear sky. Great night for athletes to be on the field under the lights. Inside give, counter play. Third down, gain of about 3. That'll be short of the yard to gain, though, so it'll be a punt formation coming up for the Eagles. Spartan defense, pretty stout.
Pretty stout right there, and, you're scoreless, so you don't want to do anything to give Greeley West a short field here.
Well, you got the very dangerous Mr. West back as a single return safety. One thing you see, it's kind of different back there. Look at Broomfield's formation. They've got 2 guys back near the punt to punt. And a high snap. It's over the top of the punter's head, back to the end zone. Going to turn and just try to get the kick off. I believe that was the kick of the ice. What a great bounce.
Yeah. Oh, how lucky can you get, huh?
That was, I'll tell you what, the snap got airmailed. I don't know what they were trying to do, who they're trying to fake, or what going on with 2 people back as a possible punter. It's kind of a long way to have a personal protector way back there, but either way, the snap wouldn't have got to either of them. Smart thing he did, he went back, he got the ball right away. Identified
what a great play.
Yeah, he hustled, got the ball turned around, just got it off his foot. And he got a couple fortunate bounces, but still decent field position. 41-yard line, Spartan, 1st and 10. Pistol formation, Wildcat. West takes it left side. Needs a block, slides through a couple there and just dives forward for a few. We will see a lot of that tonight, I expect.
Tackled by Soto.
Soto on the tackle for the Eagles.
One of our last games we saw that for an entire game over at French Field to the tune of 300 and some yards.
Oh, gosh, yeah. Well, sometimes you take an athlete and you just got to use it. So 2nd and 8. Heavy formation right. Jet sweep fake. West up the middle. Again's got a crease.
Oh, boy.
Breaks up the middle. Spins off one tackle. Out near the 40-yard line. Well past the first down.
What patience. Did you see? He almost came to a complete stop to look for the hole.
Well, Juarez probably stopped the touchdown there because he was cutting it back against the grain. Juarez coming from the backside safety's position and made a secure tackle. But as you said, he waited until he got that crease and accelerated through.
Got a good crowd from Broomfield down here over across the way for an early Thursday game.
Clark back in. He takes the fake this time. He's taking the quarterback run right up the middle. Spins around. Ball's on the ground.
I think Greeley West got it.
I think he was able to get back to it. No real gain or loss on the play. Greeley was able to secure the ball. That longest second in sports when all of a sudden you know you got to go get it. Pistol formation, trips up the top. Early snap, wasn't ready for it. Still looking at the sideline. Did the smart thing and just gets rivet out of the head, so it stops the clock. But we've got to probably have a flag on the other side. I think they're just going to call procedure, although I'm not sure if everybody was set. Referee's conferring with the side judge.
Definitely recognize one of the crew.
Uh-huh.
Got illegal shift. Hence, holding on the offense.
That was a pretty quick holding call because nobody was really moving.
I was going to say,
quarterback's the only one that knew the ball came out, maybe the running back. So somebody probably just alertly grabbed just to make it not worse. But they're going to pick one of them. It's going to be a spot foul in the holding, so I really don't think that's a difficult call. The illegal shift would have come from basically people in motion when the ball was snapped. Coach Renoff is just saying, calm down. It's early. But that's a huge penalty. They need to get to about the 32-yard line on the far side of the field now for a first down. 2nd and about 28. Clark rolls out, screen back throw, and well recognized.
Yeah, did not fool anyone, especially number 7.
Yep.
McKinney.
Yeah, McKinney just saw the running back kind of leak out to the side there. They tried the strong formation right, roll right, throwback.
6'3", 220 pounds. That's a pretty good size athlete have out there on the end, right?
Your D end, and like I say, that was just a smart heads-up play there. That's the veteran. He's paying attention. Now is where you just want to get some yardage back. Clark looking, he's flushed. He's got to run. nowhere really to go, short side of the field. And it's pushed out of bounds. So West will be punting it back. Both teams looking a little maybe out of sorts right now so far. You know, you kind of got the apprehension. You got to get the adrenaline out of your system early in this quarter. 5:49 left, no score here at District 6 Stadium.
Well, I'm pretty sure everybody on both teams can do math, and they can see 6-1 and 4 against 5. And
that's going to be an easy call. Punter got hit pretty hard on the rush. Now I've
bailed him out.
Yeah, really did. Well, it depends on which version they make of it.
Yeah, don't.
Referee's waving them all back.
I was going to say, don't hang your head too quick, because
which version of it is going to be? And it's going to be the personal foul version. And that's what you say. Talk about bailing them out. You know, it was 4th and 23, and you're trying to make a play, and you just got a little out of balance. Now, it wasn't a vicious hit, but he came across his body to body. Pretty easy call for the referee to make.
Well, you got to know your situation, don't you?
Yeah.
You got to know. You just stopped a powerful offense
and put him back on the field.
And put him back, and you were going to get the ball back here. And
after the penalty, now it's 1st and 10, West, 38-yard line. 2 tied in, double flankers under center. Quick give to the fullback. Staggers forward, just kind of moving around. I like that play, Randy, because right now, you know, West, you get Beckman, you get the rest of the big fellas, you know, get those tight splits and just become a road grader. Don't even try to let Broomfield have a chance to get between you there. Gain of about 3. Ball on 35-yard line. Same formation again, fullback right, split left for West. Sweep right West. Cuts upfield again. Spins around in traffic near first down yardage.
So what we saw in our first game with Greeley West, it was all about West in the first half, and then it was all about Starks in the second half.
Yeah. A little thunder, a little lightning. And what I like there, Randy, that they're going back to what they do best and running the ball. Don't have to make plays downfield with a throwing, passing formation yet. You just give yourself the chance to get a little bit back, some rhythm back here. Perez single setback, give to him up the middle, cuts behind the trap block. Works his way forward. Gain of just a couple. But those dive plays, if you can't stop the dive play in high school, you're just not going to make a living playing defense. You've got to hold them under 3 yards on that A gap, B gap kind of dive play. And if you can't, then all of a sudden you see West and Starks, running sideways around you, and you've got so many people coming to the inside, you've given up the perimeter. 6-man defensive front for the Eagles. Fake inside give to West on a counter trap. Nice job of making a pile out there, though, for the Eagles.
Well, it makes you appreciate Loveland Indians running that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's not easy, folks, to run some of those counters, and
there's got to be some faith.
Good job by the Broomfield defense there.
Yep,
Greeley West ran it well. The defense was there.
So 3rd and 7. Need to get inside the 18-yard line. Left side Starks runs right into traffic. Just a great push-up field by Broomfield.
Both teams definitely playing tight right now, aren't they?
I think so. I really do. They're still just feeling it out, and you'd like to get a chance to get some points. Lost a couple in the play. So it's going to be a field goal attempt coming up for the Spartans. Ball's going to be placed on the 33, so it's going to be a 43-yarder. Good snap, good hold, blocked. Caught in the air by the Eagles. You got to start playing defense right now if you're Greeley West.
And there's a horse.
Well, you grabbed a lot of jersey there. Didn't quite get the top.
Okay, I was going to say.
You were very close. But that's
running like a horse. That's what I was saying.
He's riding him. But what happens there is all of a sudden it's a tip and it's caught in the air by the safety for the Eagles. He smartly took him down the field, and not everybody on blocking for PATs and field goals plays defense or knowing that they got to start getting in a pursuit angle. If it wasn't for the hustle there, he was one player from taking it to the distance. 1:40 left here in the first quarter, no score, but after the blocked field goal attempt, Eagles on the Greeley side of the field. It's going to be 1st and 10. Now we actually had a penalty at the end of it too.
I didn't hear what he called.
Yeah, I did not either. Slowly snapping on the 32-yard line. Single receiver top of your screen. Strong formation left. Greeley shifts on the line. Motion. Give fullback straight up the middle. And just kind of a counter. Got everybody stepping outside. They shifted once, then they started motion at the snap and made everybody step to the right on the defense one there and just knifing straight forward for a nice gain, number 34. Yeah, that was Torres there. That was just a good hard run, 2nd and short. Motion, strong side again, toss left. Greeley's got the containment, got the outside, drives him out of bounds, actually lost a couple yards. Nice job of flowing there by the Spartans.
1:11 left here in the first quarter. We have no score. Broomfield Eagles, Greeley West Spartans.
Quickly back on the ball, 3rd and short, motion right side, give back to fullback, trap again. Very near the first down yardage. They're calling it a first down. Broomfield right back up on the ball. Inside giving the counter, left side, has got the outside edge. Nice job of flowing there, defender. Try to see which one of the Spartans came across and made that play.
Well, West was over there for sure.
Yeah, West coming for the safety spot, but I believe the first one there, 13. Yeah, I thought Jonathan Ordonez just took a great angle and he got his head across the bow in tackling Perlance. He just kept him from getting across his face and pushing him downfield. Crowell to throw, short out. Calling it a catch. So short gain to Swenson down to the 16-yard line. Brings up 3rd and about 5.
Greeley West players saying it hit the ground, but there's no replay in this. So.
No, and it's a ways away for the back judge too. So tough to see. Motion, fullback straight at the middle, trap play, runs to the outside, nearly to the end zone, tripped up inside the 5.
Broomfield has found something in the middle there, haven't
they? Have that trap play right now is really clicking. They're running a little wide angle, a cross block up front, and he's running it hard. Quickly back on the line. Same play again. Nice job of just getting across. So loss on the play there.
And that'll end our first quarter.
I think that was Beckman there coming across, making the tackle for loss. So after 1 quarter play here at District 6 Field, no score. Spartans on defense with the Broomfield Eagles knocking at the door. You're watching Streaming Sports.
So we're back here, District 6 Stadium here in Greeley, Colorado. No score here to start this contest.
Great Northern League matchup. Both teams undefeated, tied at 2-0, top of the league. Both 6-1, ranked in the top 5 of 4A.
And Broomfield's done a great job of coming back after that first huge loss to Loveland and have not lost a game since then.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. You get these guys on a run now. Somebody's going to lose tonight, somebody's going to win, and it's what you do after that for the loser to keep yourself viable. You want a high place in that playoff ranking in the RPI. So 2nd and goal to go now. Eagles inside the 10-yard line. Motion, inside give again. Going forward, and that's going to be easy in the end zone. What a great drive and play design that time.
Carried by Matt Foster.
Foster with the inside counter play again. Both these teams running a lot of very similar plays. Got a Spartan player down in the end zone. One thing nice about all these stadiums up here, everybody gets excellent medical attention. Trainers are out there right away. So while we take a little break here on the field, we're going to take one up here. We're watching Streaming Sports.
Did you hear that?
Hear what?
Oh, come on!
Toyota RAV4 Adventure Grade with available blind spot monitor.
Right now, get 0% APR financing for 60 months on a new 2018 RAV4, or get $3,000 cash back on a new RAV4.
Toyota. Let's go places.
We're back here now. Injured Spartan Brody Clark able to walk off. Tell you he's got a wrapped up knee, and that's the one he's favoring. So glad to see that he made it off. Broomfield, though, scores the first points of the game. Nice solid drive down the field, just one completed pass. They come out in a spread formation, little trickeration going on, just to see how Greeley West would align and do it. That's something you put back in the playbook for later. Now the PAT formation. High snap, good hold. Ice kicks it is true.
Ice's kick is good.
So this first quarter, or going into the second quarter here, is really about two teams and their history. Broomfield's very comfortable. Their program is very comfortable in these kinds of games, and they were, went deep. They're used to going deep, so these big games. Greeley West is an up-and-coming program right now, and so I think you see a little bit of the
Yeah, it's time to respond now.
tight, Greeley West is certainly equally as good, if not maybe even better in this, but they've got to relax and really do what they do.
Well, in that last, what a difference one play makes. Somebody gets a big old pop in the air, blocks a field goal, you get a return, and you start on the your opponent's side of the field. You got that short field to work with, and they took it down, and they found that trap play. With that fullback trap play is pretty much the play that right now the defensive DC for the Spartans is drawing that up and telling his kids, this is what we got to sit here and see. Kickoff now for the Eagles. West back deep. He'll take the kick about his 7-8 yard line.
West.
Near hash, breaks around one tackle, spins off one, gets caught around the waist, so a nice solid tackle hanging on, makes it out about the 21 yard line. 1st and 10 Spartans right there.
Well, the last thing he wanted to do is let that go into the end zone.
Yes, he did. Yep. Nice tackle there by Preston May, number 43 for the Eagles. Anytime you got one guy bringing down Derek West, that doesn't happen too often. But as you said, Randy, now it's time to answer. You kind of got things going. You moved it down well last time. Penalty kind of stopped you, and then you had to kick the field goal. Well, we know what happened there. But now West, Clark, and Starks have kind of got to flex their muscle. They got the big guys up front, start working for it. 11:43, as we kind of figured this would be a fairly quick game, when you got two running offenses. Most of the games play between the hashes. Clark under center. Motion toss left side. Flags in the air right away. Starks tries to get wide and then kind of floated there looking for the angle, but I think we're going to, both side judges had a flag out. Referee will give us the call.
We got an illegal shift on the offense. That penalty is declined. 2nd down.
So after basically no gain on the play, the Eagles will decline that one. Pretty good call, I believe, over there. Randy, no sense, let him take the down. So Coach Hubbard declines the penalty. Brings up 2nd and 10 now. Clark back in the shotgun. Toss, strong left. Get out front, Beckman trying to find the corner. Nice pursuit over there by Broomfield. Gain of maybe 5 or so tops, but saw a lot of white helmets over there, didn't you?
Yeah, you did, and I was just thinking, boy, they ought to just cozy up behind Mr. Beckman over there. And
well, it started out, like I said, it started pretty good play, but he got pushed out of bounds, so not really the gain I thought I saw, but that is the far side, and we don't have one of those fancy cameras that's on the rack and pinion across the field moving around, so we'll let them make the position for us, right? So 3rd and 8 now. Greeley West certainly would love to convert this, stay on the field. Give back, it starts, takes it to the middle, doesn't really go anywhere. You can hear the cheering across the field. And that'll bring up a 3 and out.
so Greeley West gained a lot of yards with West going wide.
Well, and you're exactly right. It's trying to do some alternating back and forth there, and certainly Broomfield's had the answer. Driving kick over the head of the receiver. That's one of those you want to go grab. It's bouncing around, kind of a neutral roll, going to get down near the 30-yard line for the Spartans. So pretty good kick. Gained about 45-yarder, but one of those you could have grabbed. You'd have had yardage plus for it. But either way, Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 32.
Well, yeah, very fortunate for the returner that it didn't go back further. That ball could have went back 20 more yards.
Footballs make a funny bounce there, and that thing just stopped dead. So it's answer time right now. If you're the Spartans, you do not want to give up another score before half when you've had trouble moving the ball yourself, because all of a sudden that game gets really short. You won't see the ball in the air from Broomfield at all, would you?
No, it would be hard to.
4 down linemen now, trying to get upfield, still getting through it. Right now, West is just kind of getting pinched up the middle. When they played Monarch, Randy, they put 4 and 5 guys down on the line and try to get a little bit more concentration. And right now, quick snap, ball's on the ground. Thankfully for the snap and the whistle for stop Broomfield, because that ball hit the ground. Kroll is chasing him around 10 yards deep. So movement. Break for the Spartans there, moving him back.
A snap infraction.
Yeah, there's a little bit more terminology there. Procedure, whatever you want to call it. They went back 5 yards, make it 7 and 8. Second and 8, excuse me. Bunch formation again, single setback to the right of Kroll. Motion, fires the long pass down the slant and over the top of the receiver. Nice job of coverage. He really had to place that ball right on a dime, wouldn't he have?
Yeah, that was it's a tough pass. I want to thank one of our sponsors, Jim's Wings, over in Fort Collins, who's been a good sponsor for us. Jim's Wings, the best wings in northern Colorado since
1991.
1991.
Haase family favorite.
Yep.
Third down play here. Got a roll left, fires him over the middle. Got a man sitting there, and that one took a one-hopper in. And Kroll that time, Randy, didn't really turn completely, rolling to his right as a left-hander. He's got to flip those hips, and he didn't. That ball kind of came out sidearm and low, incomplete.
Been watching Patrick Mahomes too much, huh?
Yeah, if you got a special arm there, it doesn't really matter where your feet are, but these young men have still got some growing to do before they can get away with that. So a nice job by the Spartan defense, aided by that procedure penalty. Penalties are drive killers. West back by himself, single safety. You can hear a pin drop right now.
Boing.
Yeah. So the personal protector.
Morales is punt.
Every coach in America gets nervous when a return guy sits there and stares down the ball and waits for it. But what Broomfield did, I was kind of waiting to see if they're going to do the rugby style punt. So they got Ice back there with Morales as the other punter. Either one could catch the ball, I guess, but they're trying to keep you guessing which way they're going, and he just rotates out in front of him. First time I've ever seen it. But now it's time for West to answer. 9:04 left in the half. They trail by 7. Good time to get a couple of first downs going. Double wing formation, motion right, toss right, reverse back to Starks. This was all read by Broomfield. He's trying to reverse his field. He's going to lose about 10. That was really slow developing, Randy, and it was smelled out pretty quickly.
And Broomfield has definitely done their homework, haven't they?
Well, and Starks got the ball on the right half of the formation trying to go to the left, and he was still going backwards when he got it. You need to be going full speed when you get that so you have a chance to turn your shoulders upfield, make a move. And then Broomfield was upfield with just one defender, wrecked the entire play. Loss of about 10. Snap of the 15-yard line, quick throw out in the flat. A lot of attention out there, though. Scrambling around for some plus yardage, gain of about 3.
Which is amazing because it was 1-on-3.
Yeah. Which is about the way West, I think, operates most of the time anyway, but still, you're going to have to find something in the middle of the field. You're going to have to take it downfield a bit. We've got play stopped for some reason by the far side official. Maybe a little equipment issue.
3rd and 15.
So not many teams at any level, Randy, have a 3rd and 15 play. We'll see what the Spartans have here. 2 receivers near side, single at the top of your screen. Motion, jet sweep going the right. Broomfield's got 4 players on it. Right now, Randy, if Greeley West started to take something down the middle of the field, somewhere out there, they're just trying to go sideways, and every one of the Broomfield defenders is up within 10 yards, not even worried about it.
Well, and as I was just looking, there was about 7 Greeley West offensive linemen standing back at the line of scrimmage, and about 8 Broomfield Eagles over making a tackle. So
they're just out of sorts right now.
They didn't stay engaged with the play.
Punt formation, heels basically on the end zone. Good snap, rush up the middle. Nice punt. Cross midfield, caught, fumbled. Still loose on the ground.
You gotta get that.
And the Greeley West player, I think he got it. And yes, he did. What great hustle down the field.
That's number 20.
Eddie Ramirez. And that's why the Gunners have got to be guys you want to get around them and go. Trying to make it over-the-shoulder catch on a great punt by the Spartan punter. Hits the ground, and instead of trying to go down and just cover it up, you see athletes do it so often. Kicked it a little bit further again, and then you get somebody running behind you, beats you to the ball. Big turnover back, short yard, short field now for the Spartans. They got a little momentum, get the crowd back in it. 1st and 10, the 34 of the Eagles. I formation, offset fullback, gives straight up to Starks. And stuffed.
Boy, they got Starks' number right now.
Yeah. And we got a flag at the end of the play. Someone's going to have a very disappointing 15-yarder. Either going to really give him a break or move him way out in the past midfield. And Greeley West looks like they want to walk backwards.
Well, I'm sure they're frustrated. Not many teams have been able to stop their offense like this.
Personal foul on the offense. Personal foul on the defense. That penalty is offset.
And people cheering for the personal fouls.
Yeah, the fact that there's not one and there are 2. Well, and so often, and I like officials do that, they will say, okay, you guys are out of hand, you both get 1. Quick snap, fake jet sweep, Clark straight up the middle, still going nowhere. Right now, Broomfield is just daring Greeley West to do something besides sweep or, and try off tackle. 3rd and 9. I would say they're definitely in 4-down territory, Randy. I mean, that'd be a really long field goal here. You need to get +5 at least on this play to make a 4th down manageable. But somewhere along the way, I just look for the Spartans to test the middle of the field with throwing.
You know, and it seemed like we've been saying that for about 15 games this year, haven't we?
Yeah.
Every team.
Well, you see just the old Oklahoma 52 up here. 2 linebackers, 5 down linemen, 2 ends with their hands standing up. West trying to pass, fade pattern to the corner, and it's going to be caught. Great catch inside the 5-yard line. Nice throw from Clark. He put some air underneath that ball, and a play made down the field by Pedersen. Just beat the corner over the top and pulls it in. Spartans in business deep in the red zone.
Well, they dared him and they did it.
Well, you say you've got to take it downfield because they're playing press coverage. They've got nobody deeper than maybe the center of the field with a safety. So if you split out there, you've got single coverage. Nice throw, great catch. 1st and 10, goal to go. 1st and goal. Offset I formation, Clark under center. Gives, strong side, Starks up the middle, touchdown. Great job up front by the 50, 60, 70 guys, Randy.
Well, and I think Greeley West, they got to see some success. You know, so far they've come out and Broomfield's bowed their neck, and they've, you know.
And they're 18, 17, and 16-year-olds, and boy, momentum is a big deal.
Oh, it is. It's about all of it.
Well, in that time, I like what Starks did at the time. He took the handoff and didn't hesitate. He just put his shoulders forward and went through the hole. And a great job of clearing up the middle. Big PAT coming up here. Good snap and hold. And they are awful close to getting one of those. It was good, but on special teams tonight, Broomfield right on that kick both times. But we're tied at 7. Taking advantage of the turnover. First one of the game that really mattered in the red zone like that. And a great throw downfield, caught and put it in the end zone. We got a ball game.
Both touchdowns have been on the short field, so neither team's been able to drive the length of the field for a touchdown. Tell our folks about our other sponsor here for Greeley West football.
Winters, Hellerick, and Hughes, great little law firm locally here. We'd like to thank their sponsorship. Having a chance to bring these athletes here when you get to see some of those individuals, thank them. Right now, Greeley West is looking for the correct T.
So what, they got a Q?
Well, I think that the kicker right there is they're actually looking for the special kicking ball. I thought that had been already out there. Okay. Just like back when you played, you have a ball to kick.
Why are you just ignoring that one?
I don't know. Yeah. Back when you and I were out there, we played with the ball they gave us. Didn't have one with my logo and your logo on it.
No, it didn't. Softer.
Well, and yours was filled with sawdust. You know, that was,
Yeah. Well,
face mask came a couple years after you were there.
I didn't have the leather helmets.
Yeah, that's right. Either way, kicking off the 40, driving it deep. This one's going to go into the end zone. No chance for return there. And the Spartans back to tie it up. You get some life here on the sideline. You get life up here in the stands. We'll see what they do for the rest of this half. 5:38 remaining.
Broncos 14, Cardinals nothing.
So in AAA football, Broncos 14.
I didn't catch
Arizona Cardinals 7.
Yeah, I didn't. I had a Broncos Cardinals score. 1st and 10 now.
It is Thursday night football.
Yes, it is. Double wing motion right side. Counter give left.
Peters.
Carried by Peters up there. Made a game a couple. Yeah, right now, Randy, I mean, if they could get the ball back and do something, but Greeley West would be thrilled to go in tied at 7 at halftime.
Yeah, and, you know, if I'm Greeley West defense, it's like, guys, we cannot give them a score here in this last 5 minutes.
West still playing 3 down linemen, 2 ends. Roll back to throw. He's looking to throw the fade himself. Pushed out the pocket to the right side. He's on the loose. Strides along, makes about 6.
He is a long strider.
Well, and he was looking over here to the near sideline. He had single coverage on the top up there with number 2, Swanson, but a nice job by the Spartan defender, Jared Clark. Just stayed underneath him, really gave him no window to throw it. 3rd and short, give fullback, hit early.
And stopped. So now if you're Broomfield, you say you don't want to give up anything to. Whoa, what kind of?
Yeah, they got a pretty.
That was a pretty nice little spot there, wasn't it?
Yeah, they're short by a good yard. So punt time coming again. And just to see, like I said, they've got their edge. West single returner back. You've got that short little stop here right now. Greeley all standing up, nobody with their hand on the ground. High snap again, taken in. Punter's just running for his life. And you got to get something off here. Great job of just kicking it. And it's good. Boy, that's two times now that Broomfield has dodged the bullet.
Wow.
Because
I have never seen a guy punt running as fast as he can.
That was an impressive athletic move right there.
He's like, oh, no.
Because running straight to his left, definitely kicked it perpendicular to what his direction of run was, the left-footed kick, and he gets across midfield.
Tomorrow morning, it's just a nice hanging.
Oh, yeah. In the books, it looked another 38-yarder, but as far as timing, that could have been disastrous. Starks gets the fake. Clark up the middle. Quarterback runs, got some space. Next level before he got hit. Boy, right now, if you're Greeley West, you want to get right back on the ball. You've got Spartans, got some momentum going here.
Well, and, obviously they're the home team. They've got the home field momentum as well. So.
Well, and the crowd's been kind of on their hands here for a good part of the first quarter. Second, they got a little cheer about now. Reed again. Starks runs by. Clark does, gain about 5. Just a little RPO. He's standing watching the outside linebacker who followed Starks. Turn it upfield. Good decision. +5. Clock running. 2:46 left here in the half. Both teams with a pair of timeouts left. Well, actually all 3 timeouts. Pistol formation West, in the Wildcat. He steps up the middle. Bounces off 1 tackle. Bring up 3rd and short. Right now, if you're Broomfield, they'll be happy giving you 3 yards, won't they?
Yep.
Because the clock's going to turn into your enemy pretty soon. You're going to have to start throwing it. Turnover on play call to play snap right now is averaging about 13, 14 seconds. Sweep right. West corralled short. Just going sideways against a defense, Randy, that's coming forward in so many lanes, really hard to do. And if they ever break one, there's going to be nobody behind them. But right now, they haven't come close.
Well, Broomfield's big. I mean,
Well, they don't have the record they have by playing soft on D, do they?
No. 4th down and 2. And there it is.
The hard count by the Spartans gets an encroachment call. And one of the better things about that, too, Randy, I mean, right now your Spartans need to get back up on the line. That stopped the clock until they placed the sticks. Now the referee winds at minute 30 to go. And you got 34 yards to go. Like I said, 3 and 4 yards is not going to get you to the end zone. Bunch formation, heavy right side. Clark back to throw into the single. Throws it up high. And just a nice job of staying underneath the coverage that time.
Great coverage.
Yeah, that really was. Finnegan didn't allow the receiver to cross his body until it was too late and out of position. Trying to hit Piacenza again. Clock stopped at a minute 12.
Well, you just think that these teams forgot about the old post. And you just throw it up.
Out.
Let them run underneath it, but everybody wants to go to the corner, to the flag.
Well, you got single coverage. You only the only deep defender for Broomfield is a single safety playing at about 12, 13 yards. But all the split outs right now are into the near sideline. You're scrunched in the tightest place on the field. Sweep, fake. On the reverse, West upfield, spins out of
He's
cover.
going to go all the way. Wow.
5, touchdown. And what they took advantage of there, Randy, was the pursuit we've seen before in a play that they'd reacted to and thrown for a big loss. West that time faked the give to Starks, turned it right upfield, burst through a couple defenders, and it's just a foot race. He won.
It wasn't pretty. because they were back there fumbling, bumbling.
Yeah, it was just a great football player making a great play.
Was.
Love the call. Well, you're taking care of us. You know, you see the strong pursuit the Eagles have had, that all of a sudden a game that looked like you're looking up a pretty tall hill, you're looking to go up with 1:01 left by 7.
It's good. Spartans up 14-7.
So the home team rebounding with 2 scores here in the second quarter and 1:01 left.
And really 2 key mistakes by Broomfield. The roughing the punter was one of them.
Yep.
But also then
the free first down there.
Free first down.
Yeah, you stop the clock and you get another chance, and you allow the play calling to start taking advantage of your strong pursuit of your defense. And say West just made the next play.
Oh, I thought somebody was doing some cheerleaders or doing some push-ups down there, but
I thought we'd seen that before. It'd be a good night to stay warm. It's a beautiful night for football. Great night for the athletes. But boy, 2 touchdowns have sure quieted the far stands over there. Broomfield fans know they've got a good team here. Kick will be fielded about the 5-yard line. Good ahead steam running up field, tackled near the 25.
Well, we can both guarantee you this thing's not going to end 14-7. So
I would believe you're right.
Maybe twice that or something. But
well, and right now you've got to loosen up just a little bit if you're the Spartans. You can't let anybody behind you. You know, you don't back up 15 yards, but you can't let Kroll stand back there. But your safety and your defensive backs, you got to give an extra step or two. 53 seconds left in the half.
Kroll may not be the most accurate, but he does have a big arm.
Yep, no, there's plenty of arm strength there. Inside give, just a counter play. That kind of tells you what they're looking to do now.
They're not really wanting to give the ball back.
No, and actually they did take a timeout. So timeout with 44 seconds left here in the half.
Well, Greeley West took it.
They will stop and get a chance for return. I like that. So timeout on the field, timeout up here. You're watching Streaming Sports.
So we're back here now, live on Streaming Sports, ASBN TV. Randy McCoy, David Haase, Maxwell Fink showing our pictures tonight. Got ourselves a good one here at 4A football.
Northern League co-leaders both at 2-0. Right now the home field Spartans lead 14-7 over the visiting Eagles from Broomfield. Fake give, fullback dive again.
And
he's kind of playing off. You know, it's not looking to give up the home run.
Torres on the carry.
First down, that will stop the clock until the referee winds again, which he does now. Broomfield quick up over the ball. Kroll rolls to his left, looks for the post down the middle, just lets it go deep into coverage. Almost caught.
Boy,
None of the DBs from West went up for the ball, and he almost pulled that in. Showed some arm strength there, too.
Well, that's a sin. He threw that ball, let's see.
Well, look at about 45, 50 yards.
Yeah. He's a smooth operator when he throws.
Well, yeah, I say, stood tall there in the pocket and really put a nice stride into it. And, I mean, he had Foster down there, and he almost pulled that in. That's when one DB, if they experience back there, somebody will go for the ball, somebody goes for the man. Tougher to do in high school. Inside run, gets the first down yardage, past the first down, past the 45-yard line. That'll stop the clock with 19 seconds.
Time to throw a couple of
Well, yeah, you got to take a chance now. Greeley West secondary backing off. They got 5 deep at 15 yards. There's only one receiver going out. It's just a toss. He fires it downfield deep.
Boy, he almost got by him.
Well, and right now you got to have a little bit of recognition. a little bit of help over there. Clark's turning and running by himself. He gets a single safety. I think West over there to help him, but there's only one receiver going deep. And you start learning just to rotate over the top, let West could bracket over the top, and no sense being short. Somebody else comes up in case they run anything else because they're only sending one receiver. It's full protect and one receiver deep. 7 seconds left. Inside counterplay on the run. Out in open field. Inside the 40 and knocked out of bounds. So that will be the end of the first half on about a 20-yard run. But either way, 2 second quarter touchdowns by the Greeley West Spartans. Randy put them ahead over the Broomfield Eagles, 14-7. You're watching Stream It Sports.
And we will let you watch the Palms here.
Palms and cheers. Greeley West Palms.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Get wiggle with it. Get wiggle with it. Get wiggle with it. Drop it like it's hot. Guess I got it going on. Everybody love me, I'm so fly. Can't go to deuces every time I hop by. I'm so cool, don't ask me, just do what you do. Meet me in the trail, it's going down. Meet me in the mall, it's going down. Meet me in the club, it's going down. Anywhere you need me, guaranteed to go down. Drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot. Get low, anywhere you need me, guaranteed to go down.
Greeley West Palms. Got it going on. Drop it like hot.
So there you go. Our public address announcer is having a little fun. And now we're going to have the Greeley West marching band. For your enjoyment.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the pride of the Spartan Marching Band under the direction of Mr. Chet Arthur. The band will be performing their 2018 program, Ritmos de Passion. The band recently performed in the 18th annual Greeley Invitational Marching Festival, where they were one of 2 bands to receive a superior rating, the top rating given. Congratulations. The pieces they will perform are Los Cuervos, followed by El Gato Triste, and ending with Santana. The trumpet solo will be performed by Tanner Elder and trombone solo by Jasmine DeMeyer. Please give a round of applause for drum majors Jasmine DeMeyer, Esmeralda Aragin, and the Pride of the Spartan Marching Band. Pride of the Spartan Marching Band.
And there you go, the Pride of the Spartan Marching Band with their 2018 show. Great job by them. So we'll be back with the second half. After a word from our sponsors, you're watching Streaming Sports, ASBN TV. So we're back here for the beginning of the second half, about a minute left. And Dave, we've had pretty much everything we thought we would have in this football game so far, haven't we?
Pretty good chess match. Pretty good chess match here on both sides. You know, a little back and forth, not much success either offense. Nice job by the defenses most of the way through the first quarter. Short field gained off of a block field goal by the Eagles. They drove it in, got their score. A turnover a little bit later on a muffed punt by Broomfield. Greeley took advantage of that, got their score, and then come back with a second score in that second quarter and really took the momentum going into halftime. We'll see what that halftime does. You know, you come back out and do you keep it going?
Well, and again, it's going to come down to mistakes. Who makes the least? Right now, they're 2-1 in mistakes, and and Greeley West is winning.
And good teams take advantage of those. Both those did when they had them, so you're exactly right. You know, if it doesn't happen again, I mean, Broomfield dodged a couple of bullets just on punt plays. When their punter, one of them snapped to the goal line, turned around, punted out to midfield. Second time, snap was high, and it was wide left, and the punter ran just about to the sideline, and fantastic athletic movement, kicked it down past midfield. So you've got to say, you know, the punt game is certainly going to be a worry for the Eagles if they have to stay in that, because they've about turned it over twice.
Well, yeah, neither snap was great. One was over his head, the other one almost.
Yeah. Yep.
But the blocking broke down, and it's and they're probably not used to punting a lot either. And you know, they're 6-1, and they move the ball. So
well, and you see two teams here, like I say, they're very run heavy. You know, the offenses aren't predicated on throwing the ball much, and it's a single receiver type pattern. You know, not a complex throwing. It's tougher to throw when you've got the bunch formations. You got everybody in. You don't see a lot of trips. You don't see a lot of no back. You know, with the quarterback all by themselves running through a progression of reads, but still, just to see a couple more things happen. You know, on the run pass option, I would really think that could be blowing this game open, because you've got a couple of really aggressive defenses set up to stop the run, and who can take advantage of that type of diagnosis is probably going to get that first score in the third quarter.
Well, we've got to give Maxwell Fink here the MVP of the night.
braving the elements.
The way he has to contort his body to run the camera tonight is.
It's a young man's game.
It's a marvel. It's a marvel.
Well, I'm over here with James doing the same for the Greeley coaches. I don't see him going out on the roof alone. He's taking the smart man's way and staying back in the booth. He's looking at Max and like, what's wrong with you? West to kick off, though, to start the second half. Twin receivers back for the Eagles.
Anything for the shot, right, Max?
As he nods, yes, sir. Driving it deep left into the end zone, no return. Well, the referee was a little slow on the whistle there. All it takes is the ball. It's not the feet, not any other part of the body of the receiver catching the ball. It is just the ball. And as that one went there, Peters was just across the goal line, so it'll be 1st and 10 Broomfield on their first. So big plays, Randy, in the first half for the Eagles. Basically was the fake the sweeps, everything else. Some counters did well, but Torres on those fullback dives on that trap play up the middle was certainly their best offensive play with some consistency. This time, 2 wide outs, single setback in the pistol formation. Kroll, snap, give straight up the middle. West all over it.
Boy, and that's how you want to start if you're Greeley West. Want to get that momentum right back.
Well, and if you're going to, that's the one thing about the play diagnosis. When you're handing the ball from the backfield, if you're free, you can come forward. You have a chance to make it upfield. They're never a quick-hitting play. And I think the play that time, the tackle made by Andre Brown there just slanted in from his left end spot. So Brown, Beckman, and farther side still playing the 3-down lineman. Kroll back to throw, looks to his left, fires the long out. And that was just a communication issue. He threw the ball expecting the receiver to be in one spot, and I think he actually underthrew it because the receiver went to the sticks. He was out past the 30. Ball was hitting closer to the 20, 25, 26-yard line. 3rd and long now. West dropping back to twin safeties. In the zone over the top of man defense. Kroll back to throw, looks to his left, fires the long out. It's got the man on the outside, hits him. What a great pass. Out near the 40-yard line, just past the 41. Boy, Randy, he just threw a dart, didn't he?
Well, he did, and he didn't need 20, and he could have made a simpler throw, but they decided to go after that. And
yeah, boy, that was some arm strength. Straight run up the middle, getting Torres out in the middle of himself. 1st down yardage and more past midfield. I mean, there's that just a gashy play straight up the middle. Greeley sticks to the 3-down lineman for their defensive set, and that's a little easier to block when you cross block it. Eagles back on the ball right away. Same play again. Torres splits the outside, positive yardage. Gain of about 3. Strong tackle. One of the Spartans a little slow to get up there. Keener on the tackle. Sweep right side this time. Nice defensive pressure. Way to get upfield that time for the Spartans. That finished off by number 21, Piacenza with the tackle, but the play actually made by Lovin. Lovin, I'm going to go with Lovin. I just can't say Lovin and with a straight face, but help me out, James. I'm going with Lovin. Lovin forced him outside, made him bounce it out deeper, lost a 3 on the play. Another 3rd and long. Kroll, quick little jailbreak screen in the middle. Hammered.
Hello.
Yeah. Solid tackle.
That's called being stood up, isn't it?
Well, better being getting your head taken off right there, because I'll tell you what, that was I need to get a bit of a roster check there. Yep, that was 58. That's why I didn't think saw that wrong. Ty Starks, while taking everybody else going in the halftime and relaxing, he's out playing in the band. And he makes tackles in his spare time.
Yeah, well.
4th and long, another punt situation.
Whatever it takes.
Yeah, Broomfield putting the excitement back in the punt formation.
Yeah. It's a party.
Yeah, good snap this time. Ice kicks it right. Wow, what a great directional
now that's their
kick.
Punter, right?
Yep. And just barely gets in for the touchback. Boy, he directionally kicked that right down towards the pylon, and it took a bad bounce to the Eagles, great bounce for the Spartans. They get it 1st and 10 at their own 20.
He looks like he knows what he's doing.
Well, you've got that personal protector, so I guess they got a chance to go right and left because the other punter back there is left-footed. But I don't think I want my kicker being the lead blocker too often either, though. So Spartans, after the 2 touchdowns in that second quarter to take a 14-7 lead, take over here. 9:05 left in the third. Under center, quick give up the middle, and stood up. Maybe a yard. Broomfield just gets to the ball. They got a lot of hats on the move, don't they?
Yeah, they've been impressive, and again, every score has been a short field.
Yeah, nobody's really driven probably 50 yards plus tonight. Greeley West has a signal coming from the sideline. All players checking. Heavy formation left under center. Clark starts up the middle. Powers his way through 3 or 4. Good strong running there. I think that touchdown run, Randy's kind of lit his fire, hadn't it?
Yeah, he was tentative definitely in
first
that first
few carries.
quarter.
Yes, he was. And sometimes it just takes that play to kind of get you going. That time he popped the hole and there's dragging bodies. 3rd and 3, very manageable now for the Spartans. Defense for the Eagles wants to get off the field. Playing 10 in the box, inside counter. Goes the outside, got the edge, the 40, near midfield.
What a great call. Let me tell you, folks.
Well, just a little inside reverse, and Piacenza just took around the outside. Just that underneath handoff like we've seen. It could be designed to bounce out, which he did, and a nice stiff arm on the perimeter, and gain of about 14.
Yeah, he punished that safety out there, cornerback.
Yeah, he really did. Well, like I said, Nick Saves, you look at the formation, Greeley's got everybody pretty much tight formation, single split. Stark sleeps to his left side. Nice cut. Planted that left foot and turned straight upfield.
That was a crisp cut.
And didn't try to keep going sideways. And that's in the first half. I'm sure Coach Renoff and his staff, they told the guys, said, listen, you see a crease, don't hesitate. Just put that foot in the ground and go. Instead of trying horizontal against a Broomfield defense that just made them pay every time they did it. Gain of about 3 there. Ball just short of midfield right there on the District 6 logo. Sweep right side to West. Outsteps a couple of tacklers upfield. Spins around, first down yardage out in the open.
Oh!
Dances around and is taken down inside the 35 down to the 32.
Says, what's up, number 12?
Yeah, he breaks ankles on about every play, and he gets past the first level, and you're just grabbing. Low center gravity, takes his time. He's got a great burst, but as you said before, Randy, his patience as a runner, I think, is his best strength. 1st and 10 Spartans on the move. Starks, backfield stand-up back, sweep left side. Got the edge again, cut straight upfield. Perez that time, number 28, following Starks around the edge, and once again, didn't string it out, turned it and got it upfield.
And that's 3 runs by 3 different runners.
All effective there, and what they all did is got their shoulder pads going back towards the line of scrimmage and quit going sideways. It's paying off. 2nd and short. Perez on the motion. Wildcat West gives it to him. Boy, he's very lucky. That ball popped up in the air. Great play coming across there by the Eagles defense. I think that was number 38, outside linebacker on the read there.
I think West could have kept that.
That's probably part of the problem. The mesh was really long, and Perez, it was kind of bobbled. Soto came across and wrapped him up pretty quickly. Beautiful night here at District 6 Field. Thanks for tuning in to Streaming Sports NoCo. You can catch us on Twitter. Pistol formation again. Starks, fake. Clark up the middle. He's got room in the secondary. Stepping away from tackles. Inside the 15, down to the 12. Momentum is certainly on the home field side right now, isn't it?
Well, and they were able to take it in at half and bring it right back out, weren't they?
And it's just going right at a defense that was so used to pursuit. And we talked about it. When you've got 8-9 players no deeper than 5 yards, if you get to the next level, they're chasing you instead of you coming to them. We've already seen it two times in this drive alone. 1st and 10 now, ball at the 13. Short snap. Clark looks to throw, just playing a jump ball in the end zone. I think it's picked off. And it was. tried to get a little fancy, and Starks was in the end zone just trying to put a bigger athlete on a smaller defensive back, but he didn't get his feet under him, did he? He wasn't there yet.
And I'm not sure.
Yeah, when something's going right, don't change.
Yeah, maybe something like that. I think 2 more plays, they'd have been kicking an extra point right here. Either way, another big play.
Oh, that's a huge turnover. Just when you've driven it 60, 70 yards, and all of a sudden now it's 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line for Broomfield. Greeley West back on D. Run straight up the middle. Spinning around tackles. Peters on the carry. Just maybe got the first down yardage, but a great run up the middle.
You know, the thing about it, when you're not used to passing the ball, the receivers rarely get great separation, and there was no separation on that.
Yeah, the timing certainly wasn't there either. Dive play, Torres just for a couple there. No, you're exactly right. That's what if you want to make that play, you've got to have somebody get to the spot and then be able to jump, and Starks wasn't even there yet, and that was all about the timing. Quick snap, dive play again. Right now, I mean, it's if you're Greeley West, you keep playing a 3-man front. You get 5 defensive linemen. You're going to get 2 and 3 yards to a Broomfield offense is running a lot of dive plays. They can't cover every gap. And that time they weren't ready for the snap, and I think we're going to have a quick timeout taken by Coach Renoff and his staff. Yes, they saved the 12-man on the field call. So timeout with 3:06 left here in the third quarter. 14-7, Spartans lead over the Eagles. You're watching Streaming Sports.
So we're back here now. 3:06 left in the third quarter. A brisk speeded game.
Yeah, it's, as we said, this game's mostly played between the hashes. 2 run dominant teams. Broomfield, after the interception in the end zone, stalling or taking away a long drive by the Spartans here in the third quarter. Greeley showing blitz. They do come up the middle, bounce the outside. He's got the edge. It's a speed run down the sideline. Forced outside, inside the 45-yard line. You live by the blitz, you die by it. When there's nobody for pursuit, that gave an easy edge to the outside, and boy, the speed really showed there, didn't it?
Yeah, that was a hotly contested.
Well, just a quick, just the bust out there for Peters. Straight give, Torres again, right up the middle, spinning off tackles. It's if you're going to play that defense, you've got to start stuffing gaps. You've got to start bringing an extra linebacker up, Randy, because they're meeting him downfield, and they're just wearing him out. Beckman and Starks with the size and everything they got there, but there's only 3 of them. You got five guys blocking you, plus a tight end in that bunch formation. Third and short, big play now for the Spartans D. Broomfield, motion, going left. Torres again on the give, easy first down. Ball's on the ground, picked up by West. He's got a chance to return it out in the open field and tackled.
Boy.
Turnaround is fair play.
The football gods are watching after the Spartans tonight, aren't they?
Yep.
They basically let Broomfield back in the game by throwing a pass.
We've got a Broomfield player down the ground, clutching his leg, and we got a chance for a timeout on the field to tend to him. Yeah, you're right, Randy, though. That's just the way this game, that ball bounced straight up to West's hands. So timeout on the field, make sure this young man's okay. We're going to take a timeout up here, too. You're watching Streaming Sports.
Uh-huh. Well, I mean, they let the cat out of the bag.
Yeah, what a bounce that thing took, too. It's contusion. Well, that's that big stud linebacker. Yeah.
So we're back here now.
Good to see the young man able to get off the field himself there. That's Defensive Player of the Year last year, I believe, in 4A too. That was number 58 out there, Capesso. He's been certainly one to account for in every play. Clark, quarterback keeper, spreads the outside, steps sideways, going to get the edge. Nice job of blocking downfield. No flags, gain of about 9. As you talked about, Randy, you've got several capable runners on that Spartan offense. Clark just adds 2, West and Starks, doesn't he?
Yeah, I mean, you've got 4 guys that can light it up.
It's certainly been very successful tonight. 2nd and short. West, low snap, keeping in by the quarterback. Get a flag right away. Clark spinning downfield. Boy, there's some fatigue out in the field right now, isn't there?
Yeah, and obviously Clark has seen something that he thought he could gain 20 yards in 2 plays, which he did.
Well, and as they're just pulling that guard, he sits right behind him.
All for naught.
Yeah. A little bit too much pace that time. Guys weren't set. That'll bring up 2nd and 7. But you're exactly right, though. They've been gashed on long plays, on runs by both West and Starks. Gives Clark that chance on that RPO where he just follows that guard up the middle of that hole. It's like a delayed ISO play. Both these teams, a lot of key players, don't leave the field very much.
It's one of the big differences, and you talk about 4A and 5A.
Yep, a lot less specialization. Again, quarterback keeper trying to get on the outside. Got the edge again, spinning forward near the 40. And the first down.
Didn't even fake there, did he?
No, and I think they've really found an alignment thing they'd like on the offensive side for the Spartans. Great coaching call here because Broomfield, they're the far side of the field. They follow the motion out there, and boy, they got 3 blocking 2 as they come across back here inside near us on this side of the field.
Under 30 seconds now left this 3rd quarter, and
maybe one more play if they hustle. Ten to play. We'll get 1 snap off here. West in motion, and I think that was just to try to draw off Broomfield if they could. They're going to step back and let the clock expire. So after 3 quarters here at District 6 Stadium, the host Spartans of Greeley West lead the Eagles of Broomfield in Northern Conference play 14-7. You're watching Streaming Sports.
We're back here getting ready for this 4th quarter in a game that has been everything we expected it, Dave.
Well, it's been a counterpuncher's game. We've had a couple turnovers. See what you can do about it now. Greeley West chance here to after they gave up the touchdown for the long drive, come back down. Broomfield coughed it up, took advantage of it here. They're driving again. It's going to be 1st and 10. Well, we got to get the sticks moved over there. They didn't flip them for the quarter, and so 1st and 10. After the last run, and that was 3 quarterback keeps in a row for Clark. This time he's back under center. Dive left, actually fakes it, follows it. It's a quarterback follow. Stuffed nicely by the Eagle defense.
Might have went to the trough one too many times there.
Well, what are you going to do off that play? What are the things that you're going to, come off of that play? Every play should have an alternative that you can develop with that action. So does the quarterback fake, step back, throw a pass? Do you have a counter play from that action? Because right now it's been successful. Now Broomfield's trying to reach to stop it. Once again, basically 8 in the box for Broomfield, trying to give to West, sweeping left side. Gets away from one, but not till you got 5 more white helmets all over him. Drawing a crowd, wasn't he?
Yeah, and you feel like Broomfield probably feels pretty good the way they've played. They probably feel pretty good only being down 14-7.
Yeah, well, you're exactly right. So 3rd and 9.
And I'm sure that's what the coaches said, and so they came out a little perky here to start this fourth quarter.
3rd and 9.
Nice view up here at District 6 Stadium. Got to love the spot we got here. Motion near side, toss right side. Starks trying to take it upfield, got a room to cut back, still following his blocks. Tacklers get to his legs, though, just maybe no gain at all. Nice job by the Eagles defense. And, yep, Starks is actually down on the ground. I think he probably got taken down pretty hard, and as we used to say, he ate the football. Tough kid. He's getting up under his own power, but he says, no, I'm okay. I think the official's saying, no, you've got to come off for 1. So 4th down now, decision time for the Spartans. What do you think, Randy?
I think you got to try to put Broomfield down in there.
Yeah,
either throw a long pass, and, of course, if you're Broomfield, you don't want to intercept it.
Yeah, if you could pooch one down there, it's gonna be a 50. Wow.
Well, there's no way in the world they're gonna kick this.
59-yarder. The longest field we've ever seen.
I guess that's one way. It's gonna go down to 20 anyway.
And knuckled and pulled to the left. It's a live ball, and the Broomfield player doesn't realize it. The Greeley team's not hustling over there. One player did to get him out of bounds. Communication is that's still a live football on the ground. It could be picked up, and he kind of looked at it, took it, and ran. Probably cost himself 5 to 10 yards because that was all of a sudden there's an open sideline.
Well, and Greeley West cost themselves a lot by not being down there.
Obviously, Coach Renoff knows his kicker's got a chance to make that. Otherwise, you just wouldn't do it for no reason whatsoever. But, give yourself an offensive play that may give you a chance to go downfield a little further or even a pooch kick. Either way, after the return, 27-yard line, Eagles got the ball back. 9:44 left in the game. They trail by 7. Low snap. Torres straight up the middle. Tough running. Pretty well stuffed that time by the Spartan defense up the middle.
Boy, if I'm Greeley West, you really got to watch out for somebody leaking out down the middle like they've done. Because the element of surprise is how these teams score on the pass. It's not
exactly. One run again. Torres straight up the middle. It's going to be a foot race. He's going to take it to the house. 70-yard touchdown run. Caught right at the very end, but he was already across the line. And you just said it, Randy. If that's big burst play, Torres takes it 70 yards to tie the game up with the PAT pending. What a burst by the big fella.
Boy.
Well, and like I say, they've been taking advantage right now. Greeley West is playing 3 down linemen on defense, and they have, the linebackers have got to come up to those plays, and there's 5 blocking 3 looking for a linebacker. That play, the middle, has been very much the place they've gone for success since the game started. Snap, good hold. Kick is up, strong leg from Ikes. It's good. We're tied at 14, just like that. That's what you got to like about high school sports. It can happen so quick, can't it?
Yeah, Torrey's 6 foot, 180. And wheels.
Yeah, well, he got up to his runaway speed pretty quick there. I mean, he was caught, basically at the goal line, but it's tough to chase. But 70-yarder, that is some kind of play in high school.
Took a little bit of the wind out of the crowd here, but we'll see if
it got quiet real quick, didn't
Spartans offense can come out and they were running the ball so well. They probably would have scored a touchdown. They had the interception, so they need to get back in that mode and And they could take up most of those 9 minutes and score here at the end.
Well, and that you're exactly right. It's just, do what you do best. Ramirez and West standing about their 5-yard line. Ike low driving kick. Got to watch the bounce right up to Ramirez. Takes it straight up the middle. Needs one block. Gets away from a couple. Spun around.
Ramirez on the return.
Nice return out near the 30. About a 24-yard return.
So close, huh?
I was almost waiting for a flag to come there for an extra body getting on top of that play.
Well, I saw number 36 kind of
come in a hurry.
Kind of come there at the last minute, but they decided it was his momentum.
Well, momentum, and so he didn't put a hat into him either.
Yeah.
There's a difference. I think it was a good call by the side judge. Just leave it in the pocket. All right, Spartans back. Motion, Starks. Give, left side Starks. Look at the edge. Kurtz upfield. Carries bodies with him for about 7.
That'll work.
Well, and just like we said before, Randy, instead of stringing that out to the sideline, trying to outrun 5 or 6, you turn that field, find that crease, and that's been the success the second half of the running.
Really a big 9 minutes here for this Greeley West program, because this would be a huge game to be able to pull out.
Complete Wildcat that time. West gets around the edge. He'll get first down yardage out of bounds.
Boy, it seemed like it took forever for that.
Well, and he let as many people chase the motion, didn't he, as he possibly could. All he wants is to be one-on-one with anybody.
Yeah,
I think he doesn't mind 1-on-2 or 1-on-3.
Yeah, I don't think he does either.
That's still not
but
fair.
But one-on-one, you don't really even have a chance on him.
Yeah,
so.
Very patient runner, smart. That's the senior. Still in the Wildcat, heavy right formation. Here comes motion. Fake again. West just dances around. This time he's going to lose yardage. Broomfield just a little too veteran for that. They know when he's back there, he's got to either throw the ball one time, because if he does, there's going to be nobody near. Because the safety come flying up that time too. Add that wrinkle.
Well, it'd be devastating if he could throw it even a little 10-yard.
Like I was saying, we saw
two-handed if he.
We saw Mr. Knutson do that last couple weeks ago.
He killed him, didn't he?
Just a dramatic night running the ball, but he threw it effectively 4 or 5 times. And now we got a procedure call. Illegal shift. So that'll knock him back even further, making it about 2nd and 18. They need to get to the cross midfield to the 47 for the first down. Beautiful night here at District 6. Thanks for tuning in to Streaming Sports. Thank our sponsors, Pedersen Toyota, First Bank, and Jim's Wings. If you have a chance to see those folks, tell them thank you for helping us bring you competitions, all these athletes across northern Colorado. Big 2nd and 18, still the Wildcat. West pulls it back in, runs up the middle, got the edge, steps away from one tackle, tripped up near midfield, crossed midfield, just short of first down yardage. Randy, that was all want to.
Well, he knew how much he needed, and he says, I'm going to get that, I believe, or close to it.
He's very close to it, but the fact he took them out of a huge hole. And even if you don't make it here on 3rd and short, you're going to punt where you're going to put Broomfield down there on their end. 6:20 left in the game, still clock running. Big first down coming. Broomfield desperately wants to get off the field. Clark stripped the middle. Easily first down yardage. Going forward, moving the pile. Down inside the 45 to the 42.
If Greeley West wins this game, we're going to look back to that 2nd down and 18 and those 15 yards he just gained.
Yeah, that was a pivotal moment. You're exactly right.
In the season, really, if you think about it. That's a huge.
Get out of jail. Just give it to number 1. Clark, though, been very successful quarterback keepers this half. And unfortunately, well, we got more than one penalty here. And may have a holding there, too. West was still trying to get set. He was moving out wide, and they didn't wait for him to get set out there, and he wasn't looking back. He was still motioning. When Starks went in motion, 2 players in motion procedure call. If they have a holding call on top of it, that'll be worse because that's going to be a spot foul.
Illegal shift during the play. 5-yard penalty. Keep it down.
So just a single call makes it back to 1st and 15, far better than 1st and 20-something.
1st and 15.
Need to get it down to the 32. And that's just kind of one of those fatigue moments. West, like I say, he doesn't leave the field much, and he just wasn't set out there. You got to let your athletes get out there. Same formation, same motion. Clark again on the keeper, straight up the middle, accelerating.
Well, he sees something, doesn't he? He's seeing something.
There's a crease right there, and he's following the big fellows up the middle, and they are delivering. Well, like I said, this is the defense again. They're playing 8-9 in the box with a little bit of spread. They're following the motion. They got to honor it because it's been successful on the give, on the jet sweep. And all of a sudden, Clark, he doesn't hesitate. He hits the hole hard with a good step. All for positive yardage, 2nd and 5. West on the motion again. Clark, another RPO. Take him the middle, spins around. It's going to be short of the first down. Gain of maybe long 3.
Not a great.
Well, as you said before, the spot was they're in 4-down territory.
Yeah,
there's no doubt about it.
A yard away.
But there's 4.5 minutes to play. Broomfield may not get the ball back.
Well, yeah. Not that you want to slow down and assume, but you might want to slow down and assume.
Yeah. Wildcat give this time. Starks, boy, they came right through.
Oh, my gosh.
Nice play that time.
Yeah.
The Eagles, number 53, knifes his way through there, makes a tackle for loss. DeCamillis, what a great read.
Well, and what makes it even worse is there wasn't anybody on the outside.
Well, and you know how I love to say going sideways on short yardage plays is really risky. Well, that time it really was risky, and it lost him about 8 yards.
Yeah.
Now you're going to punt.
Not only did you not get the first down, it's too far to go for it on 4th.
Yeah, pitting him back here now would be is about as good as you can get. Good snap, no rush, just a pooch kick. Nice job. Drops about the 15-yard line, takes a Spartan bounce. Try to get a little extra on that one. Tapped in. Official saw it, though, but a spot looks to be right around. I'm trying to see the mark.
You can hear the mic there. The wind is starting to pick up.
Yeah.
Supposed to be some weather coming in tonight, I believe.
So it looks to be 1st and 10 Broomfield at about the 7-yard line. So a good execution of the pooch punt. I think a really good call by the Greeley staff there.
Hear the band getting into it there. And what do you do defensively here, Dave?
Well, they've got to stop the dive play. That's just been the thing. And right away, Torres gets the ball again. Broomfield, you got to be careful here. You are, you're in your shadow of your own goalposts.
Yeah.
And more than what, no matter what, you want to get away and end the possession with a kick, either a PAT or a punt. You can't turn it over this deep with 3 minutes left in the game. Motion, give, right side, dive play again. Nice job of just stacking it up, making a pile.
They're going for the faux, but
yeah, well, neither team's using a timeout right now. It's almost like if you're West, it's like you would consider using one somewhere along the way here, especially if you get a stop now when they're going to force a punt. Little draw that time. Kroll back, changing the play. Need to get out past the 17-yard line. Pass play. Takes it downfield and intercepted. Oh my gosh. Dropped. Great position out there by the defensive back. I don't know if I can't tell who that is on the far side, Randy. He was playing left defensive side, but
well, and the other thing is he had 20 yards before he was going to encounter anyone.
Well, Jonathan Ordonez did a great job that time. He got underneath the receiver, turned around, had great position, maybe looked just a scant late, because it hit him pretty much in the numbers. And, yeah, if he'd have pulled that in, he'd had a long ways to run back.
Yeah, it was the 20 before anybody was going to touch him.
But a big 3-and-out forced by the Greeley defense. West standing at his own 40, and the snaps have been a fun thing. Rugby style, get a chance that's going to hit the ground. West,
boy, he wants to pick. He wants to pick that up so bad.
Yeah, my old coaching style come up there. I'm like going, it's Peter, get away. But he's making those great plays. He's just out there making the defense play honest. But right now, if you're the Spartans, wouldn't you have been happy saying, okay, we got a chance to win this game with 2:06 left?
Oh, yeah.
And, boy, you can't tell. The breeze is starting to pick up. We don't have tape on the uprights here as we see in so many places. I can't see just a little bit of movement out of that south end zone there. So Clark back deep by himself, motion coming across, fakes the give. Clark's running to the wide this time. And that's going to be a holding call. Yeah, be coming back, gain of about 8.
That's not what they needed on that first
No,
one.
Especially where that flag is thrown on the 45-yard line. The spot foul is going to take that back to the 35. It's going to be first and about 20, 22.
So all that field position that they've worked so hard to manage has just gone down the drain. Just like they all tell us, you can call holding on every play.
Every play you want.
This crew has not, though, but we have seen crews.
Yeah, we know it can happen.
That do call it on every play. So
huge penalty. Brings it back to first.
Well, now if you're Broomfield, you ought to back off a little bit in case West breaks something up the middle. You want to at least have a half a chance to catch him.
Yep. Fake again. Clark just taking off running. And I'll tell you what, Broomfield read that, pretty much knowing that was coming. It's don't make a mistake time in the game. And yeah, it's going to be a timeout call. I think that's a good spot here. Get to stop the clock. So with 1:39 left, we're tied at 14. Stay tuned for the ending of this one. It's a great one. Tonight on Stream It Sports.
So we're back here, folks.
Twin receivers, top of your screen, tied up at 14. 1:39 left in the fourth. Clark back to throw. Forrest rolling to his left. Fires it downfield, just an up-in-the-air throw. And really no play made there. Actually overthrew. Yeah. Both have misjudged it. We've got a flag, though, middle field. I would imagine it's going to be a holding somewhere downfield on a defensive back. Can't think of what else could be called down there. The officials actually already picked up the flag, though. And ineligible downfield, so you had the scramble there. And that's what the call was. Scramble out there, and Clark's inside, and just you've got it, it's that 1, 2, 3, is he going to run or throw? But that was a design throw. Somebody just leaked downfield a ways. So with the incompletion, still a minute 29 left, and we've kind of come to a standstill here.
3rd and Frederick, is that right?
Yeah, they've got to go a long ways. They're snapping the ball right now on their own 36. They need to go to the 43 on the other side of midfield. Somewhere along the way here, I think Mr. West should get the ball, don't you?
Yeah, he's got to.
Clark, quarterback keeper, turns it upfield, spins on a couple tackles out near the 45. I mean, it's a nice pickup, 8 or 9 yards, but you've got to get it in gear. And timeout's going to be taken. Broomfield took the timeout. That's kind of surprising. They think they're going to get the ball back a little quicker, saving a minute 20. So timeout on the field. Come back for the last minute 20 of this one. You're watching Streaming Sports.
Somebody's going to make a mistake here in this last minute 20. So we're back here.
Off the air, you made the point about, boy, something could really happen here as a is there a mistake to be made with a minute 20 left?
Right. That's
good snap. Punt coming. Just a low end over end. It's going to be caught at the 20. Make his way upfield. He's got one edge. Tackled. Driven out of bounds into the 30. So Broomfield will have 70 yards to go for a touchdown with a minute 6 left. Now, Ike looks like he's got a pretty strong leg, Randy, but I would think they need to get at least to the 25-yard line to say he's got a good chance.
Yeah, 45 yards for a field goal.
But what a game here. Top 5 teams in 4A lived up to their billing, haven't they?
They have, and again, Greeley West coming in and, learning how to win these games, how to be favored in big games.
Just the evolution of a program.
Yep, so let's see what they've got here.
One of twin receivers top of your screen up there. Motion going, yeah. Kroll running, rolls his left. He's left-hander. He's going to have to get rid of it pretty quick. And he throws an interception. I think that was just a misread on what his receiver was going to do because he had nobody else near him but the defender who just turned around and
it's almost like he just misread who it was.
Yeah, exactly. Because I think he thought the defender was going to break back because the defensive back, I didn't get the number of the DB who got the pick there, but I think it was Piacenza just turned it.
Hit him right in the gut, didn't it?
What a huge play. 55 seconds left here. Now, if you're Greeley West, you'd love to get 5-6 more yards. Just don't mess it up. Get it down there, get a position. Clark going to throw the ball.
Oh, my gosh.
First down, well over the top.
Boy, he pushed him down. Well,
that could have been offensive pass interference
that's
more than
what I'm
anything
saying.
else. Yeah. Lucky it wasn't.
No, I can't imagine that it wasn't.
Yeah.
I mean, that's...
Well, you wanted to end it with a possible sure thing. They already think they're in field goal range. You wouldn't do that otherwise.
Man, that's a 47-yard field goal. I don't know any high school kickers around here that's a sure thing.
Yeah. Well, especially on a breezy night. This is an open field. There's not a lot of protection from the wind.
I got to get the ball in number one's hand.
Clark's under center. Sweep left.
Going outside again, they're going to lose yards.
They're going to lose a yard. Clock running, 42 seconds to play, and I think it's a pretty good time to take that timeout if you're Greeley West, and they're going to. Use their last one with 40 seconds left. We're tied at 14. Great finish here, District 6 Stadium. Stay tuned to Streaming Sports. We'll be right back.
So here we go, folks. 39 seconds left here.
Third down. They're still showing one timeout left for Greeley there. I thought they took the timeout, so they shouldn't have any left. They're still showing 3 for Broomfield, so I'm sure the board is not caught up there. But either way, Clark back. I imagine this. They're going to throw the ball. He's looking to his right. He's going to be tackled. Loss of 5 or 6
There's
here.
your field goal. We're in overtime, folks.
Yeah.
The last thing they could afford to have happen is a sack.
Still lining up for the field goal, though.
Well, if he hits this, I'll.
Yeah, that's going to be a 53-yard attempt. 4th down. Here it is. Good snap, good hold. Driven is not going to be. It's going to be left and short. So with 7 seconds left, 7/10 of a second, I should say, actually. He put a good drive into it. Obviously, plenty of leg there, but that was a really tough place to put your kicker. And that's one of those things about how you end games and game strategy and what you're doing to finish.
You could have run it up the middle for no gain 3 times.
Yeah, you'd been 7 yards closer.
You'd have been 7 yards closer than that one. So not sure about the going for broke one time. And
well, either way now, we go back high school overtime. We have to have one play here. There's 7/10 of a second left. And just allowing the kneel down, Kroll there takes it. So wild finish here, just kind of got a little ragged. 3-minute intermission right now. So let's just talk about, Randy, what we've got coming up. We're going to be here next week.
Next week for Windsor and Greeley West. And, Greeley West is able to pull this game out. Windsor probably needs to really watch out because Windsor has not had one of their better years. They've been a perennial powerhouse and have probably had their way with Greeley West over the past few years. And
and it's just one of those chances if you're Greeley West and others. I mean, Windsor dominant team, but that's everybody has their run, and it's no slight to say that they had great years and they're not having what they've had, but other teams have stepped up and gotten better too. So
and next year will be different probably for Windsor, but so we got that, and then the 26th next Friday we've got Pooter and Fossil Ridge for the last of our city rivalry games over in the Pooter School District.
And that would be for the city championship. If Fossil takes that one in, they will secure the win over all 3 teams in the city.
Both those teams, depending on what happens this weekend, coming in with 3 wins each. And so we'll see. Last I saw, I think Pooter was ahead tonight.
Only got 1 score. That's from our Lambkin big fan. That would be Big E, telling us that the Fort Collins varsity girls volleyball team swept their match tonight, 3-0.
They have swept almost every match this year.
Well, and what's interesting, too, is a little tidbit. They've had 9 matches where the varsity, the JV, and their C and D teams have all won same night. So incredible depth over there in that Lambkin program for volleyball.
And that's not to mention, Fossil Ridge, who's number
is
2.
the top 2 in the state, and looking to go back down and see if they could. Champions 2 years ago, lost in the quarterfinals last year, and have a chance to maybe bring that title back up Northern Colorado.
Well, they lost their first match and haven't lost since.
Yep.
15-1, I think, or maybe 16 after tonight or last night. Or some great volleyball in Northern Colorado here. And, of course, Front Range League over west of here.
So we're going to be playing this overtime down in the south end zone here at District 6 Stadium. Not many kids get a chance to do this in high school. It's an experience, and it's, the big thing is generally you want to start on defense. Looks like that's where Broomfield's going to go.
Because you want to know what you got to do, don't you?
Exactly. Both teams with strong-legged kickers, so distance really isn't a factor. Starting on the 10-yard line.
So the way this works is you have to match what the other team
or you're
does
done.
or you're done.
Starks, single setback deep behind Clark under center. Give him up the left side, bounces like one tackle, downside the 5 near the 2, spins over the top of 1. Nearly in the end zone. Great play on first down.
Tackled by Juarez.
There's no time plays, there's no running clock, there's just timing on whether or not you get the snap off.
Greeley West crowd is
picking up the volume. Clark left side, Starks dances around one side, it's going to be turned away. Probably no gain. Yeah, the hole was plugged up nicely. I like the fact that, they're going straight at him.
the one thing you can kind of plan on with this game going into overtime, probably not going to make much difference in the RPI.
No.
Teams were 4 and 5.
Great game here tonight. We've had a little bit of everything, and a late turnover that Greeley West just couldn't capitalize on. Puts us in overtime. Clark still back under center all 3 plays. Motion West, left side, toss right side. Starks goes nowhere. Stacked up again at the 3. Now it's big time decision. They're going to kick it.
So does that surprise you that
West never touched the
Mr.
ball?
West never touched the ball in
the last
overtime?
2 or 3 series? Yeah, I'm a little surprised. I'm actually more surprised they just didn't do a couple of Wildcat plays.
That's twice they had the ball inside the 10 and chose a different path.
Holdren, basically a PAT, and he nails it. So if you're Broomfield, you held him to 3 points, you're pretty happy about that.
Yeah, it's probably.
Well,
you're either gonna kick a field goal or go another round.
Yeah, I would think that Coach Hubbard would be almost considering it's 4-down territory. We're on the road, and you'd love to go for the win. I would be, it's right now. Mr. Torres has been the big hammer for them the whole second half. Spartans, 3 down linemen, stand-up ends, linebackers right there, single coverage on the outside. Give on the outside, cuts inside the 2, down to the 3.
What a great change of pace call.
Yeah, Peters is just that burst back. So on first down, both teams quickly getting inside the 5. Home crowd really letting it out now. Kroll back there with Torres. Give the Torres strip, the middle stood up in the hole. Nice job of making a pile up front by the Greeley West defensive line. Beckman, Starks, and company, linebackers all came up and filled the gaps. Brings up 3rd and 2 to go. And Coach Hubbard from Broomfield's taking a timeout. Credit the field noise over here from the Greeley West Spartan sideline. Nice job of really stopping up the play calling there. But if you're Broomfield, they want to be sure what they're doing, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And the other thing that they can't have is a turnover. Turnover ball game's over too if you're Broomfield. So
be sure you get 1 timeout per overtime. You don't carry them with you. But a beautiful night here to play at District 6 Field. Thanks again for tuning in to Streaming Sports and ASBN TV. David Haase along with Randy McCoy, Max Fink directing the camera tonight. Thanks First Bank and Pedersen Toyota along with Jim's Wings. Our sponsors.
See the players down here trying to get the fans going.
And Winters, Hellrick, and Hughes for this special broadcast. Here's the big play, 3rd and 2. Motion, left side, inside give. And Greeley West has stopped him. Line judge is coming in, holding his hand up, 4th down. stuffed at the goal line.
They'll go for that.
And that ball is just, it's either touchdown or not, because that ball is right on the goal line.
We're guaranteed one thing. This is the last play of the game.
Yes, it is. Still in the pistol formation. Motion. Snaps over the top of the head of the quarterback. He's going to be mowed under.
Greeley West is going to win this.
Didn't have to say a thing there. Everything you could see on the field, sports fans, tells you what happened there. Got a little bit excited. What a crushing way to lose if you're Broomfield. A stout play 2 times in a row on the goal line by the Spartans defense, Randy. 4th down, though, and just a little bit got away from the quarterback on a higher snap. And the defense swarmed him under. Game over. Overtime winner. Your Greeley Spartans, 3-0 now in first place and control in the Northern League Conference. 17-14, they win it.
And you know they've had trouble with the snap the whole game. We've seen the snap on the punt a couple of times. It wasn't great, and you know you just can't hide that. Unbelievable.
And what just an awful time for that to happen. But boy, what an exciting finish, you know, and they had the chance twice there. Greeley denied them, but
well, I don't understand why you're not up under center and just giving a fullback up the middle for a half a yard. They've been getting that the whole night.
Well, and that's, you know, there's things that start happening, and coaches evolve the game plan as it goes along. But either way, you saw the finish right here on Streaming Sports, ASBN TV. 17-14, Greeley West wins a big one here in conference and in big-time standings in the Northern League and State 4A rankings.
It's party night at Greeley West, isn't it? Here I'm talking a little, playing a little Queen there. Yeah. That's some of Dave's music back when he was in high school.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
Got the 8-track and rocking it out.
My parents told me about that time. But
yeah, that was...
Anyway, folks, there you go. What a game. Lived up to all the hype. 17-14. Greeley West with the win over Broomfield. For David Haase, Max Fink, I'm Randy McCoy. We will see you next week right here from Greeley West and Windsor. Good night.
It's Northern Colorado High School football. Live on Stream It Sports NoCo. This broadcast has been brought to you by Jim's Wings, Northern Colorado's favorite wings since 1991. By Pedersen Toyota in Fort Collins, everything cars made easy. And by First Bank. Visit any of our convenient locations in Northern Colorado. First Bank, banking for good.